What up? As you can see, we are no longer on the road. Hopefully everybody watching this saw the crazy adventure of me driving this 1991 Suzuki Cappuccino all the way from Los Angeles to New York City. And now that we're back in New York City, it is time to drive to my cousin's house and see if we could diagnose all these electrical problems I'm having and see if it's something as simple as a bad ground, maybe one of my fuses being broken. So that's what I'm about to do right now. Head over to him. Car still starts, everything is still good. This is my first time driving it since the road trip. I've just been leaving it here. I didn't even want to get back in this bucket seat crazy thing, but I'm hoping to get this diagnosed. We don't have to necessarily fix it today, but if we can at least diagnose the problem, that'll make me feel a lot better. But let's start the drive. We're only 27 minutes away. That feels amazing to say compared to what I've been used to. Good news, I found this was disconnected, and then when we touch it on the manifold, I get my RPMs back. So that's a start. We're still gonna continue to hunt for some bad grounds. Also wanna get this fixed. That's definitely not helping, sucking up hot air. Definitely want to get a new cone filter because that thing is filthy. We checked all the fuses that were under the steering wheel, and I believe he told me they were all good, so that's not something to worry about as of right now. Good news, it appears that that was really my issue. Just this one thing right there. Initially we were going to put it here, but it was a little loose, so I think that's what maybe they did in Dallas. They put a bolt here that eventually just fell out, so they aligned it to this bracket. And now when I put my key in, look at this. Everything is back to normal. My gas is good. My temps are good. I'm not gonna start up now, I'll start up later, but that is back to good. I'm not sure if my speed is good. I haven't drove yet, but I think this is more a cable than electrical. So we'll diagnose that when I get back. But now what we're gonna do is see if we can fix my idle being choppy and just clean out the throttle body for now. When I get back, I'll completely clean it out, change the spark plugs, change the wires, get a catch can because you can see them shooting out oil everywhere. And then I took off my tops just to see what the car looked like. And then this didn't go down all the way, but again, we'll diagnose that when I get back. I just gave my cousin my sub and speaker, so now I got room back here to put my tops. Yeah, I gotta get a catch can ASAP.
Yeah, yes.
That, intercooler, maybe radiator, definitely radiator cap. And then headlights. Headlights are definitely on the agenda. For the moment, the idle is now fixed. When I get back in Japan, I'll change out the plugs, the wires. We'll do another oil change, and then we'll actually clean this up. Because if I clean it up now, my spark plugs are going to be filthy. This, like I mentioned, is all back. Very excited about that. We're going to check the speedo when I move in a couple seconds. But already, first day in New York, making some progress. Wow, look at this. Oh, forget it. Wait, hold on. It's working, but not really. Yeah, I think I just got a bad cable or something. Oh yeah, it's not working. So it's the next day, and I wanted to update you guys on everything before I head to Japan for the next 3 weeks. So update on the MINICA. Unfortunately, we weren't able to fill it up in the 2 weeks that I was here in America doing that whole crazy road trip, but we're down to the last 50 slots. So I think this should be done maybe the first week I'm in Japan. If anybody wants to buy a slot, let's speed this up. I'm gonna leave this here parked safe and sound in that corner where the cappuccino currently is. Once all the slots are sold on the MINICA, I'm still gonna do a live drawing in Japan. I'm not gonna wait back till I get in New York. And this car is automatic, like I've been saying over and over. So if the person is local and they want to pick it up and they don't want to wait till I get back on the 19th, we'll figure that out. Or if I have to ship it to somewhere, I'll still get like shipping quotes and everything situated. So once I get back, we can just send it off to the winner. So there's an update on the MINICA. Still nice and clean, still nice and fresh. I actually drove this today and it feels so good to drive just an automatic, normal K car, not this bucket seat, coil over, super low cappuccino. Like, yes, of course, I love the cappuccino. We're gonna go over there right now. But driving an automatic, normal, smooth, comfortable K car is so underrated. Now let's talk about this bad boy. So yesterday we were able to determine that all it was a bad ground. So I now have my RPMs, my fuel gauge, my coolant. So that's something that I don't have to worry about. Earlier today, I was actually shopping for some parts. I'll show you guys some screenshots and things I'm thinking to buy. I'm thinking of getting this intercooler. Looks like a nice setup in comparison to stock. I want to maybe get this catch can too. It's made for the cappuccino. And then my shifter isn't loose, but the tighter the better. So I figured for 40 bucks, that's not a bad buy. And back here, I have absolutely no trunk carpet. So I think a lot of the parts I just showed you, I might be able to find with all things JDM in Japan. But I don't think there's going to be just carpet laying around. Maybe there will be. So I figured that might be something I buy before I leave. Some other little things that if you're watching and you own a cappuccino, let me know if you have it for sale. I need this for both sides. I found it on Yahoo Auction, but they go for like 20, 30 bucks each, which I think is a little insane. So I'm going to see if anyone has that for sale that wants to bless me real quick. Another question for my cappuccino homies, is this still something that they sell? How does this go back on flush? Because I think that I'm getting some water in here and I don't want that to be a future problem. I've owned a lot of Miatas and you don't really want to get water here because then it just gets down here and then you'll get rust there and it's a complete issue. So that's something I definitely want to look into when I get back. I'm going to leave the car back at my house with a car cover, so if it rains it doesn't make a difference, but this is something that I want to know if I can just buy this whole piece and just replace it. Or if not, is there a better way for this to just stick on permanently? Because it looks like I'm missing like an inch. But yeah, interior wise, I don't think there's much I really want to buy in here. I definitely want to get a better radio, but I could buy that in America. This doesn't bother me too much. Like I said, my shifter isn't like loose. It's not like the Jimny or nothing, but it could be tighter. I know they sell dash covers. Maybe look into that. I'm missing both buttons on here. That's a little bothersome. And then when I get back, I'm definitely going to install an NRG short hub with a quick release because this extension is too long. And then obviously, no need to mention, I will be looking for a stock driver seat. And if actually somebody wants to trade, if anyone in America, specifically the East Coast, wants to trade, I have this for you. I wouldn't say it's an uncomfortable seat, especially if you're doing track work. I'm like 5'9", 5'10", about 190 pounds, and I fit. It's just, you know, not the best for a cross-country road trip. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm excited for Japan. Next video should be me just arriving, meeting up with all things JDM over there. Things you should look forward to, especially if you're in my Patreon. If you haven't joined my Patreon yet, definitely consider it. It's $5 a month. YouTube really doesn't pay me, and as you can tell, this is a really expensive hobby. So if you want to just throw down some additional support, that's the reason I made the Patreon. I'll put it in the description of this video. But what I really want to just get done over there is a bunch of shopping. I want to go to Up Garages, buy auctions. Like I said, the main reason that we're doing the waffle for this is because I want to see if I could find maybe a MINICA walkthrough, a Honda Z, what else? A bunch of different K cars that are interesting that aren't really too common over here, because for the most part, most importers want to buy things that can easily sell. That's why everybody buy Honda Actis. But if I could find like a Daihatsu Mira or something of the sort that is just weird and quirky, I want to have the ability to buy it. And this one is 50 slots to go. I'm hoping that the winner takes the car. You never know, they could take the cash, which kind of slows everything down. But yeah, over there, basically my goal is just to create the best content. I'm not really going for a specific reason. There isn't like Tokyo Auto Salon or anything like that happening. I just wanted to go after Thanksgiving and before Christmas. That's why I'm going for 3 weeks. But my main goal over there really is just buy a bunch of parts, meet a bunch of cool people, create some great content, continue to grow the channel, continue to maybe make it a tradition to go to Japan every year, maybe buy my first ever export. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned. Definitely going to give a lot of sneak peeks to the Patreon. Excited for this to be done very soon. We're down to the last 50 slots like I mentioned. And I can't wait to see what we can find over there. Maybe we'll find a bunch of parts at the Up Garages out there. But yeah, catch you guys on the next one. I am currently on my way to Japan. Next video will be, I made it to Japan. One last thing to show you before we go to Japan. Here's the box logo hoodies I made. Definitely coming to the website soon. I'm gonna be rocking that out there. And then you guys are getting a sneak peek. Unless All Things JDM is watching this right now, I'm actually going to surprise him with all these beanies. I think I'm gonna change this to maybe a little darker because I feel like you can't really see the Mount Fuji. So I'm gonna change that embroidery color maybe on the next one. We're working on a couple more. think I might do something like that on the mountain. Or maybe one of the other blues. Maybe this color will go nice. So these are coming to the website soon. I'm gonna do a pre-order while I'm in Japan. It's an extremely high quality hoodie with this nice box logo representing the 2023 trip to Japan. Actually, before we end this video, I wanted to give this dark color a try because I think this is the way that the hoodie is gonna look permanently, and I don't really wanna promote the ones that are done over there. So let's see how this looks in Mount Fuji, and then this will be the end of the video. Much better.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.